Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this show is not for you. Now, let me tell you something about baby mamas. In the community, in the black community, or any other community, but I'm normally talking about modern black women. It's amazing how they cause so much drama when they are baby mothers, especially when the men who are the biological father of their children move on. Some women hate child support. What do I mean? Not when they're receiving it from you, but if they got to pay it. They will actually terminate their rights to the child to avoid paying child support. But you don't have to take my word for it. Let's go ahead and get into the clip so you can see for yourself. Excuse me.
You're looking at about $917 a month. $667 for child support, $250 for the medical insurance.
Okay. Now let's say that I don't want to have a relationship with the children at all.
What do you mean by that?
And sign my rights over to him completely.
Sign over. Would anybody adopt these children? Or do you plan on remarrying?
No, I don't.
When the judge started telling her how much she's going to have to pay, now all of a sudden she doesn't want the children anymore. When the numbers start coming up and she see how much she got to pay out of pocket, now she don't want the child. But remember, they want you to pay for the child. They don't care about you. But when it comes out their own pockets, they really don't give a damn about the children.
Do you plan on remarrying?
No, I don't plan on. If I was to sign my rights away.
Right. But, well, see, a judge has to believe that it's in the best interest of the children when it comes down to a termination of rights. Judges typically do not like to leave children with an absent parent intentionally. So unless someone else is going to adopt the children, like he already has if he had another spouse.
Right, even though he's taking care of them already?
Yeah, but the likelihood of it actually happening in court where a judge finds that it's in the best interest of the children, it's probably not going to happen because they have people come in front of them all the time trying to sign over their rights to avoid the child support obligation.
Unpopular opinion in the Texas family law community, but I think that if a parent wants to voluntarily relinquish their parental rights for the sole purpose of avoiding a child support obligation, it should be allowed, especially when the other parent is not contesting that relinquishment, meaning the other parent could care less about the child support and they could care less if the other parent wants to voluntarily relinquish their rights, but the only thing that is stopping them from being able to do so is a judge's signature on it. I see where Judge Vondaby was going whenever she was asking if another parent is willing to adopt the child, i.e. a step parent, but as a single mom, I believe that if the other parent is willing to be completely non-existent in a child's life because they don't want to pay child support, that should be allowed. I think that it is in the best interest because it goes to show how much the other parent actually cares for their child if they're willing to say, I'm willing to not have anything to do with this kid to avoid paying child support. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what y'all think.
She took the words right out of my mouth. The other parent chooses to be non-existent. That parent, the baby mother, is choosing to be non-existent in the child's life because they have to come out of pocket and pay for the child. This is amazing. Okay, that's the first clip. Now, everything I'm using in this video is for educational purposes, and everything I'm using is out of fair use. Okay, now what I'm going to do is show you a black man who had hell with his baby mother. I mean, had to go to jail some kind of way. They found a way to fly him out for supposedly or allegedly not paying child support. When was the last time you heard of anyone getting picked up by the police, put into a plane to go stand in front of a judge, only to find out it was a big mistake, but it was planned by the baby mother? Let's get to it, gentlemen. 1 second.
This woman being reckless and she got pregnant. I was like, okay, well, I can still handle, being a dad and I ain't got to live there or whatever.
Right.
But she wanted more than that. It just got real bad. Telling me doctor's appointments where certain places I show up and I'm there 2-3 hours. Wait, nobody answering the phone. Then when you do answer, oh, my bad, it was at this place instead.
Do you see the games that his baby mama was playing, telling him that his child had to be at a doctor's appointment or something? He had to be there. He gets there 2 or 3 hours earlier, calling. She doesn't pick up the phone, but when she actually picked up the phone, she said, oh, my bad, it was at another location. This woman knew exactly what she was doing. This is how evil some of these women are.
Oh, my bad, it was at this place instead, stuff like that. And I go to my sister's house and she pulls up, banging on the door. She holding my son. He 9 months old, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I open the door. He goes trying to reach for me. I'm going to grab him or whatever. He do that to everybody. You ain't nobody special. She's about to leave and she says, come out, I gotta tell you something. So I go up to the car. I'm on the passenger side. She let the window down. She says, lean in. I'm like, what I gotta lean in for? I can hear you right here. She throws it in reverse. Yo, boom, run over my foot.
See, this is not uncommon. Crazy baby mamas will hurt the baby daddy, but we don't hear too much about this. We always hear about how crazy the baby daddy is, right? But this is proof, this is receipts of how some of these women are. They will terminate their rights to their children if they got to pay money for the child support. They will abandon a child if they got to pay child support. Excuse me. Sorry about that, gentlemen. Let's play this again.
Found this out the hard way. I thought that if you pay child support, you automatically have rights to see your child. That's not true either.
I have a family member who was arrested for being $1 behind.
It happened.
You hear that? And this is true now. You can be a nickel behind. Depends on what type of judge you got or how bad they want you. They will come get you for a nickel just as much as they will $1 behind. Even though you're showing proof that you're doing what you're supposed to do. These women are vindictive because they don't like for you to move on. They want to keep you in a little box where they always have control over you.
It happens. I went from being 0 behind. She had some pulling during the courts here and stuff like that. I was at work living in Charleston. My wife at the time called me. I was just getting off. She said, you might want to hurry up and get here. Say, there's cops all in the front yard. I'm like, for what?
All in the front yard.
Yeah. I was like, for what? So I go home. I get there. They're like, yeah, you such a son. Yeah. Well, I need to turn around, put your hands. I'm not knowing what's going on. They was like, Greenville, sheriff is on the way. I'm like, what in the world do you mean? They were like, they flying to pick you up. So I'm walking through the airport, shackled up like Hannibal Lecter. It's people looking at me like I'm a murderer. I'm still.
He make it sound like the U.S. Marshals was coming to pick him up behind child support because a woman is trying to destroy his new marriage.
Get out of here.
Like I'm a murderer. I'm still not knowing why. On a passenger plane coming back to Greenville, still not knowing why. Get to the jail. They say, yes, child support.
Time out. Where were you?
Charleston.
And they flew you.
Yo,
I'm done.
They flew me. When they tell me what it was for, I was like, oh yeah, I know y'all got the wrong person. I said, because I don't owe. Took 2 days for me to go before a judge. Only way I got out, and this is how I knew it was her, the judge was looking at the stuff and he said, I can't even find who authorized this. He was like, we don't fly to pick somebody up for child support.
Told you about a man who got flew out, picked up, treated him like a dog, act like he was Hannibal Lecter, act like he was the worst person alive, chained him up, walked him through the airport, embarrassing him, had to wait 2 days before he got to see the judge, all behind a vindictive, wicked woman. Tell me what you think, gentlemen.